Ever wonder if, feeling more energetic, thinking clearer, just being healthier could be simpler than some crazy diet trend? What if it's really about, like, embracing foods you already know? Everyday stuff.
Exactly.
Welcome to the deep dive. We're trying to cut through all that noise today, right? That really fuels your well-being.
That's the plan. We're zoning in on 10 specific foods, things you can actually find easily.
Yeah.
And the really solid reasons why adding them to your daily routine could be, well, a real game changer for your health. No extreme measures needed.
Right, no crazy detoxes or anything. So let's dive in. Where do we start?
Let's start with the foundation, maybe. Leafy greens.
Okay, leafy greens. So spinach, kale, arugula, that sort of thing. Not just a sad little side salad.
Definitely not. Think of them more as nutritional powerhouses. They're just packed.
Powerhouses, I like that. What's packed in there? Vitamins, I assume?
Oh, yeah. Vitamins A, C, K are the big ones. But also minerals like iron and magnesium, which are super important. And fiber, of course. Lots of fiber.
Okay. And I heard something about eye health, too, like lutein.
Exactly. Lutein and zeaxanthin. They're antioxidants that research suggests can really help lower the risk of age-related macular degeneration. So, important for keeping your eyes healthy long-term.
Wow, okay, so beyond just general good for you, they help your eyes too. And I've also heard they're good for, like, inflammation.
Yeah.
And your immune system.
Precisely. They help calm down inflammation in the body. And yeah, they definitely support your immune defenses.
And the brain connection. Is that real?
It really seems to be. The research is quite interesting. Studies are showing a link between eating greens regularly and a slower rate of cognitive decline as we age.
Slower decline. So they're kind of like brain food then,
Yeah.
Protecting your thinking power over time.
You could absolutely think of it that way, supporting your brain's resilience.
So a handful of spinach I chuck in my smoothie. It's doing more than I thought.
It really is. Small things add up.
Okay, but what if you're not a big salad person?
Yeah.
How do you sneak these greens in? Smoothies are one way.
Smoothies are great, yeah. Spinach basically disappears in there, taste-wise. You can also wilt them into soups right at the end.
Okay.
Or stir them into scrambled eggs or omelets. Even just sautéing them quickly as a side dish, it doesn't have to be complicated.
Makes sense. Keep it simple. Okay, what's next on the list? Something small but mighty, you said.
Right, let's talk nuts. Almonds, walnuts, cashews, pistachios.
Yes, the classic snack. I grab a handful sometimes when I need energy, but there's more to it than just a quick fix, right?
Absolutely. They are incredibly nutrient-dense, packed with healthy fats, the good kind, plus plant-based protein and minerals like magnesium and selenium.
Healthy fats, protein, minerals.
Okay.
Okay, so they give you that sustained energy, not just a sugar rush.
Exactly. And different nuts seem to have their own specialties, almost.
Yeah, I think I read walnuts are good for your brain. Omega-3s.
That's the one. Walnuts are great for omega-3s, and almonds often get highlighted for helping with, healthy cholesterol levels.
Okay, and pistachios.
Pistachios have those eye-healthy compounds we mentioned earlier, lutein and zeaxanthin again.
Huh, interesting connection back to the greens.
Yeah.
So choosing different nuts gives you slightly different benefits.
Kind of like a little personalized health boost, yeah. But the key thing, really, is portion size.
Ah, right. Don't eat the whole bag.
Exactly. A small handful is usually enough to get the benefits without going overboard on calories.
Good point. So instead of reaching for, like, chips in the afternoon, maybe a small mix of nuts, maybe with some dried fruit.
That's a fantastic idea. The nuts provide the healthy fats and protein. The dried fruit gives you a bit of natural sweetness and quick energy. It's a really balanced snack.
Nice. Okay, moving on. Let's talk eggs. They've had a bit of a PR roller coaster over the years, haven't they?
They really have. But the science, well, it's much clearer now. Eggs are incredibly nutritious.
So the whole avoid the yolks thing is mostly outdated.
Generally, yes. Eggs contain all 9 essential amino acids. That makes them a complete protein.
All 9. Wow.
And they're a really good source of choline, which is super important for your brain and liver function.
Choline.
Yeah.
Okay. And they're not too high in calories, are they?
Around 70 calories for a large egg, which is pretty great considering the protein and all the other nutrients you're getting.
True. And you can cook them so many ways.
That's a huge plus. Boiled for a quick snack, scrambled for breakfast, poached.
Omelets, frittatas for dinner even.
Exactly. Super versatile. And definitely eat the yolk. That's where most of the vitamins and minerals actually are.
Good to know. So don't fear the yolk.
Yeah.
Got it. Eggs are okay, even great.
Pretty much. Unless a doctor has told you otherwise specifically, enjoy the whole egg. They work any time of day.
All right. Let's switch gears to something sweeter. berries.
Ah, yes. Nature's candy.
Blueberries, strawberries, raspberries. They taste amazing, but they're actually good for you too.
They really are. See those bright colors? That's often a sign they're packed with antioxidants.
The antioxidants, those are the things that fight off damage in your body, right?
Sort of like your body's personal defense squad, yeah. They help protect yourselves from stress and, environmental junk. Plus, berries give you vitamin C and fiber.
And blueberries always seem to get singled out for memory benefits.
They do. There's quite a bit of research looking at blueberries and cognitive function, memory specifically. It's promising stuff.
That's definitely appealing. And compared to, say, a banana or mango, they're lower in sugar.
Generally, yes. That's a really key point. You get that sweet taste, but without a massive spike in your blood sugar.
So they're satisfying, but more stable. How do you like to use them?
Oh, easy. Throw them in yogurt or oatmeal, blend them in smoothies, or honestly, just eat a handful straight.
Nature's candy, but with benefits. I like it.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Okay, next up, tomatoes, which technically are a fruit. That always surprises people.
Botanically speaking, yes. And they seem to be particularly good for your heart.
Why is that? What's the magic ingredient?
It's largely down to lycopene.
Lycopene.
Okay. It's a really potent antioxidant. And studies have linked diets high in lycopene with a lower risk of heart disease and even some types of cancer.
That's significant. And I heard cooking them is actually better for the lycopene.
Isn't that interesting? Yeah, cooking tomatoes helps break down the cell walls, making the lycopene easier for your body to absorb.
So my pasta sauce is actually a health food.
Well, depending on what else is in it. But yes, the cooked tomatoes definitely contribute. And another tip.
Yeah.
Pair tomatoes with a little healthy fat, like olive oil. That helps you absorb even more lycopene.
Like in a salad dressing or, the olive oil in the sauce. Makes sense. So fresh or cooked, they're good.
Both are beneficial. Definitely worth including regularly.
Cool. Okay, speaking of healthy fats, avocados. The Instagram darling.
Yes, they are popular. But there's solid nutrition behind the trend.
What are the highlights? I know they have good fats.
Monounsaturated fats, mainly. Really good for supporting healthy cholesterol levels. Plus potassium, fiber, and B vitamins.
Potassium, like bananas.
Yep. Often even more potassium than a banana, gram for gram.
Wow. And they help with blood sugar, too, I read.
They can play a role, yes. The fiber and healthy fats help slow down digestion and absorption, and they can actually help you absorb nutrients from other foods you eat with them.
Really? How does that work?
The fats in the avocado help your body absorb fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, E, and K from other vegetables in your meal. Like putting avocado in your salad helps you get more out of the greens.
That's clever. It's like a nutrient booster.
Yeah.
How much should you aim for? A whole one daily?
Maybe half an avocado is a good daily target for most people. Gives you the benefits without too many extra calories.
Okay. And easy to add? On toast, in salads, smoothies for creaminess.
Super versatile.
Yeah.
And they just make things taste richer, more satisfying. It's a fat your body seems to actually, enjoy.
Yeah, you feel good after eating it. Okay, next. Garlic? More than just flavor, right?
Oh, much more. Garlic's been used for health purposes for centuries. It has natural antibacterial, antiviral, and anti-inflammatory properties.
Wow. So it's like a little natural medicine cabinet in a clove. What's the active compound? Allicin.
Allicin, that's the main one. It's a sulfur compound that gets formed when you chop or crush the garlic.
And that's what does the heavy lifting, like lowering blood pressure.
It's believed to be key, yes. Research suggests allicin can help relax blood vessels, potentially lowering blood pressure, and it's linked to boosting immune function, too.
So just adding a clove to your cooking each day could actually help your heart and maybe fight off colds.
That's the idea. Small additions, potentially big impact over time. It's pretty impressive for something so small.
Plus, it keeps vampires away, apparently.
Can't hurt, right? An added bonus.
All right. Now, for fish eaters, fatty fish always comes up. Salmon, sardines, mackerel.
Yes. If you eat fish, these are fantastic choices. The big reason is omega-3 fatty acids.
Omega-3s again. We heard about those with walnuts.
Right. But the type in fish, EPA and DHA, are particularly potent and directly used by the body, especially for brain and heart health. They're essential fats, meaning our bodies can't make them.
So we have to get them from food. And they help with inflammation, too.
Massively. They are really key for reducing inflammation throughout the body. Plus, they help lower triglycerides, which is a risk factor for heart disease.
Okay. How much should we aim for? Is it like fish every day?
The general guideline is usually at least 2 servings a week.
2 servings, okay.
But even smaller amounts more often can be beneficial.
Okay.
Like adding canned sardines to a salad or having some smoked salmon on toast.
So it doesn't have to be a big fillet every time. Little bits count.
Exactly. Consistency helps. And if you don't eat fish,
Yeah, what are the alternatives?
well, you can get a different type of omega-3 called ALA from plant sources like chia seeds, flax seeds, and walnuts. Your body can convert some ALA to EPA and DHA, but it's not super efficient. Still beneficial, though.
Good to have options. Okay, nearly there. What about beans? They seem kind of basic.
Basic but brilliant. Beans, lentils, chickpeas,
Yeah?
they are seriously underrated nutritional powerhouses.
Really? What makes them so good?
Okay, where to start? They are loaded with fiber, really important for gut health. They've got plant-based protein, iron, and slow digesting carbs.
Slow digesting carbs, so they give you steady energy, no sugar crash.
Exactly. They help keep your blood sugar stable, great for sustained energy levels. Plus, that fiber feeds your good gut bacteria, which has knock-on effects for overall health.
Gut health, heart health, energy. Pretty impressive for a humble bean.
Definitely. And they're incredibly versatile. Soups, stews, salads, wraps, dips.
Hummus,
Yes. And they are super affordable. Probably one of the most budget-friendly ways to seriously boost your nutrition.
can't argue with that. Okay, last one, a real classic, the apple.
Good old apple. Simple, reliable.
Is the apple a day saying actually true? Does it keep the doctor away?
Well, maybe not literally away, but there's definitely truth behind its health reputation. Apples are a great source of dietary fiber, vitamin C, and those helpful antioxidants again.
And you should eat the skin, right?
Yes, please do. A lot of the fiber and antioxidants are concentrated right there in the skin.
So what are the main benefits? Digestion.
Yep, the fiber is great for digestion and keeping you regular. It also helps you feel full, which can be good for managing weight, and there's evidence linking apple consumption to better heart health, too.
So simple, crunchy, sweet, and good for you. Hard to beat.
It really is a dependable, accessible, beneficial food. Don't underestimate the basics.
So that's our 10. Leafy greens, nuts, eggs, berries, tomatoes, avocados, garlic, fatty fish, beans, and apples. Quite a list of everyday heroes.
It really is, and you see how they're mostly just real, whole foods, nothing too exotic or complicated.
Exactly. And the main takeaway isn't that you have to suddenly eat all of these perfectly every single day, is it?
Not at all. That's not realistic for most people. The key is consistency over perfection.
Right.
Even just consciously trying to incorporate a few more of these foods into your meals and snacks regularly, week after week, that's where the real benefits build up over time. Small, sustainable steps.
Small steps add up. I like that. So maybe as you're listening, think about which one or two of these feel easiest for you to add in.
Yeah, what's one small change you could make starting today or tomorrow?
Maybe swap your usual afternoon snack for a handful of nuts, or add spinach to your eggs,
Yeah.
or just grab an apple on your way out the door.
Exactly. And then just notice, maybe after a few weeks, if you feel any different, more energy, clearer focus. It's worth pondering what positive effects those simple choices could ripple out into your overall well-being.